Welcome back. Let's talk about how to handle supervisor feedback. At times, the students, after receiving feedback from their supervisors, they want to quit their studies. Why? Because they have failed to handle these feedbacks. Feedbacks can hit you hard, especially when you are relatively new to the field. So that is the only reason why we encourage you to make sure that whenever you are carrying a research for masters or PhD, you go to the areas that you understand or the area that you feel comfortable in. Then also these feedbacks or constructive criticism, including the defense for your thesis, their purpose is to transform you into a professional academic. So don't ever think that whenever feedback that you are getting, there's something personal in those feedbacks. Then the most important thing is a tip here. Whenever you receive your comments from the supervisor, try to group them into critical, major, and minor. Critical, these are comments from your supervisor that will change the argument, your line of argument. Then major, these comments just require some reading or extra reading, but at the end of the day, they don't change your line of argument. Then minors, these include grammatical errors, adding recent scholars, moving paragraphs, deleting some information, which does not change, which does not require you to go and read and add more of that information. You can classify them as minor. Some they use different scales. It's up to you to look for a scale that works for you whenever you are working with the comments. But it's actually good for you to classify them into some categories, because that's the only way you can be able to address all what your supervisor wants you to address. And how do you do that? How do you effectively cope with the constructive feedback, whether they are rough feedbacks? How do you cope with those feedbacks? The first thing is for you to understand that feedbacks are directed to your work and not to you. Don't ever take it personal. Your supervisor, being a senior person, being a more experienced person, is the right person for your study, and is also the right person to mold or to shape your career. So whatever he gives you as feedback, know that he is not directing to you personally, but he is also directing it to your work. Then engage with the criticism by prioritizing the work. Don't throw away that piece of paper away, then you go for 2 3 months after receiving the feedback. That's wrong. Just take a week, relax a bit. After relaxing, come back and start outlining your supervisor comments. Put them under critical, under major, and under minor. You might be actually surprised that you don't even have a critical in those comments, or you don't even have a major in those comments. You only have got the minors, which does not take much of your time. But if you throw away the paper away and you forget about the work, then you come back after 4 months, you would have already forgotten your line of argument. So please, you need to make sure that you take the paper and you try to prioritize whatever the supervisor has given you. Do not react, but respond. In most cases, we react. We react rationally rather than emotionally. We don't address. We don't try to understand the points that your supervisor is trying to make. We don't try to focus on what exactly the supervisor is saying, or at times we focus on the negatives, and we don't focus on the positives within the document. So it's actually very important for you to respond and not to react. And it's also good to be positive, or to be patient. Most students, when supervisors are commenting about their reading and writing, or the academic writing, or the text synthesis, they become so heartbroken, and some of the student resort to cheating. That's when we go to look for AI paraphrasing, or or other or other modern softwares to write for us, which is a bad thing to do. You need to have patience and try to do the basic. Try to teach yourself how to write. You will soon get it right. You will soon know how to synthesize the texts. You also know how to write an argument. You also know how to to uh, to to reference in your work. So you need to learn these skills, because these skills you're gonna need them in your future as a professional academic. Then you can also discuss with others. That's the main reason why we have come out with the group, is for you guys to come out. Then we discuss whatever the issues that you don't understand in your feedback. You can also share the paper with us. Then we can also try to help you to interpret whatever your supervisor has been saying. So it's very important, guys, to take your comments, your feedback from the supervisor so positively, and know that the supervisor, his job or his main role in your studying career is to mold you, or is to build you into a professional academic. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Masters and Doctoral Tips and Tips on YouTube. Thank you.